I don't know if that came through good. I'm looking forward to catching that back. Fist bumps on arrival. Thanks to everyone joining us. And it is winner takes it all, guys. We've got the Abbott on. We're getting ready to build some lineups for the weekend. There's a bunch of the FC Barcelona mid-season ticket holders, the members on the channel, live and loud with us on arrival, smashing that like button, dropping the fist bumps into the live chat, and getting their requests for their teams to get built. Now, earlier today, for all you guys that are tuning in, we had a video dropping out talking about, I think we called it like my essence strategy or something like that. We were chatting about the arena mode and, you know, lots of stuff. I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't done so already. But on review of that video, after I'd recorded it and it's sitting there ready to go out, can I give that a listen, make sure everything's okay sounding and looking and all that good stuff, I kind of thought, you know, we weighed this up and I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. We are going to do it, right? So if you're a season ticket holder, if you're a subscriber on the channel, any of you, feel free to chime in on this one in the live chat or in the comment section of the video as well, okay? But what I'm looking for is top picks, top suggestions, and tomorrow on the deadline show, I'll review and finalise what we're going to do, right? But we're going to go after the arena at limited level. I've got 26 limited essence, and with the contender teams I will have going out, like getting the 4 essence that we need to do in our tier 5 craft for the member giveaway that we've got about to happen as soon as we yank this for the next time. So we're going to capture that this weekend anyway. But I thought, I've kind of built out my main teams, right? I've not built them all out. How do we get to that page easily again? Pardon me. View results, and then, yeah. So I've built 28 lineups. Now, I've not built all the kind of depth crap, you know, MLS limited, contender limited, where I'm just using all the guys that haven't been played yet. Because as I went through the build for this weekend, one thing that I did notice, we also don't have a special or anything like that. The arena is the special in essence for the weekend. But in All-Star, it's single entry. So I kind of hit the wall a little bit quicker, and it made me think, should I do this in rare? I'm ultimately deciding against doing it in rare, to be honest with you. But what I thought, when I kind of looked at the quality of the squad, and what I'm doing is I'm looking at All-Star Limited, because I don't want to push the button on doing this until I'm ready to lock the cards in, essentially. But I go to All-Star Limited, and I want to see everyone that's still available. And this is the kind of draft I've had across. I just want to delete all of this so that it doesn't poison your guys' POV or your opinion or whatever, right? Suggest a lineup is interesting. Let's have a wee click at that. I've not done that yet, by the way. It's picked all limited players, despite there being a lot of rares available to be chosen. That's interesting. Let's clear that team. So the suggested lineup still has some bugs in it, but Angus Gunn I thought was looking pretty good. He's back in the team now. A 93 last weekend against doomed Cardiff City. Sorry, Harry Trades. At home, I thought, wow, that's really good. 54, but it's cap 260 is what we're trying to fill in with. And what I want to hear from you guys is, you know, kind of what team you would build or who you would focus on in this, whether it be a goalkeeper decision or a low cap decision. There's a few things. I'm going to weigh this up here with you guys now, and then we'll do the usual stuff. But I just want to, because we're going to go after it, guys. We're going to go after it unlimited. We're going to spend the 10 essence, and we want to win it, because that means we get more essence. We'll win more limited essence this weekend, of course. and it's just more stuff to give away to the members. So we want to optimise this, and we want to cross our fingers and toes. At Limited, there's 50 golden arenas. At Rare, there's only 20. So I thought even if we do the Limited one, there's a really good chance, or a better chance, at Limited level of landing in one of those things just by virtue of more of them existing. We do have Limited Mat Freeze, who's L1551, so a bit cheaper than Gun. But we don't need to play at a Limited goalkeeper. We have El Balcom, L1549. He's away to Dundee, so not a great game, not a bad game necessarily. We have Barraza, don't know if he's going to be playing or not. We have Jardim on an L15 of 44. He's playing Palmeiras, and his form has been kind of normal goalkeeper kind of stuff, 45, 65, 64, 38. Those kind of numbers are what to expect here. We also have a Jordan Lamisa, L1542 at home to Hearts. And he's had some big scores, but he's not, like Ross County are not a team to back on necessarily. We have Kieran O'Hara. I would expect him to play away to St Johnstone. St Johnstone do love to burst their clean sheets, so something to be considered. We've got Zach Hemming at home to Aberdeen as well. Not great form, but he can do it. He is a good keeper in the league. L1534 for him makes him pretty appealing, I think. And that's the tail of the tape. So we've got a few different goalkeeper spots that we could choose depending on your guys' thoughts and feelings. The L15s, we have kind of all scales here. We've got really cheap guys that you can just cross your fingers with. And then we've got some more kind of mid-range guys like 44, 49, and then into the low 50s that are more likely, maybe are more capable of clean sheets. In defence, it's weird, right? Because I think Savic looks like the boss when he plays for Trabzonspor. He's 90% on for this weekend. We have played him before and it's backfired, but he is a boss if he plays. I think especially away from home, good AA potential for a guy like him. We've got Ta, who is right in the shop window. I'm even hearing this morning Man United have opened talks with him. Never mind Real Madrid and Barcelona. So he's really in the shop window, in great form, away from home to a good team. But I wouldn't be surprised if he just traps in a wee 62 here, maybe a 54 in a bad game. And then there's some other runners and riders here. Joachim Anderson, I put him in a top team last weekend. It paid off. They're away to Villa. Hard to really read that one for me personally. Who else do we have that's kind of in the frame here? Yeah, lots of guys that could just be okay. Galan, Martins, Sibulisson. Talaverov made his return from injury as well. They're at home to top of the table Leeds, so could be quality for AA, could be last man tackles, goal line clearances. A guy like this could do really well in a game like that, because are Plymouth like dead and buried? I'm not too sure their point situation. He's surrounded there by Tapsoba and Tellez, who have individual merit. And then after that, do we have anyone really in the reckoning? There's some MLS guys. I think if you can avoid picking MLS defenders, you will, won't you? Lenormand maybe plays. Astley at home in Motherwell could be halfway okay, but that's very much low down on the pecking order. So defence is kind of like, is it Savic, quite expensive, or do we try and pick a fixture out here of, like maybe Talaverov at home to Leeds, just last man tackles his way through it, or something like that, or maybe like a Jokey Anderson, the guy that's quite safe, Jonathan Tat as well, quite safe, but have that kind of upper ceiling, and Tat's not much cheaper. Really, neither is Anderson in the grand scheme of things. Or do we try and dig out a punt here, like with the Galans or the Telezes or Talaverovs? In midfield, again, we've got kind of everything you would want to choose from. We could play Aranguiz, who's at home to top of the table in really good form. We have Rakitic, top of the table clash. I think Zagreb are now resigned. They cannot win the title, but all the same, they're not going to want Hajduk to rub their face in it or improve their situation necessarily. And then we've got Danny P at home to Osasuna. We've got some Barca boys, but I'm not really interested in them. I'm not sure you can rely on them for minutes. We've got Ravelisson away to Lausanne Sport. Third versus 6 could be decent. Leimer, former club. There could be some vibes there. Hitate in the derby, I think, is a great shout as well. We've got Batoma. We've got Kakere, L1549. I think Kakere away to Parma could be a really good game. But his decisives don't come that much. So I think Hitate is maybe a better version of him. We've got Matoma. Against Newcastle, tough game, but Matoma loves a decisive. In great form, Zubi Mende, Brais Mendes, quite cheap in a derby, and Bilbao play Thursday night. Paqueta is kind of interesting at L1546 with Tottenham playing Thursday night football. And then who else do we have creeping around here? I don't think there's anyone that great that's really cheap in midfield. Like, a few of these guys are okay if we had to take them, but I think that's about the tail of the tape, isn't it? So I'm kind of undecided on a few of them, right? And then when we go up front, JD takes penalties, multi-decisive capable, top of the table clash. Not an easy game, but the striker, if Leo are going to score a goal or two, he's surely going to be involved some way, somehow. Oyarzabal takes the penalties, is in great form for club and country. Bilbao play Thursday night. Derby at home, they need the points so badly. And like you say, he's on penalties and on great form and a little bit cheaper, not by much, than JD. Behind that, there's Openda versus Bayern, Muller versus Leipzig on the other side of that. And then, there's not really much down here, I think. Ajeti was the only one. He's back in the team, getting some AA as well, but he's not that reliable. And it's first versus second. So, but if L1539 Ajeti was the pick, it really opens up like Savic's and Hitate's and all the kind of better, like the good goalkeepers and stuff like that. So, I'm quite undecided myself. Like, away to Dundee could be actually pretty good for Motherwell, but Dundee have been scoring when they've been at home. Brazilian guy at home might concede. So there's a lot of tough decisions here. Let me see what the chat's saying. There's a bunch of these here. I've got all the requests already. Clubsy, James, Stefan, James J, Unite Shorts, JJ Lane, Red or Dead. Fist bump to all you guys here on arrival. James Wakefield, good to see you. Charlie Dunbar as well. Belgian football kicking off at 3 PM on a Thursday. World's gone mad. Indeed it has. Maybe it's there like holidays or something. Ian Sorare, Mitchell Clements, good to see you. Robert Sanchez may be injured for Liverpool. Oh, I hate that kind of sweat right before the deadline tomorrow. Think you're way more likely to get a rare one? Do you think so? You're currently 4x more likely to get a rare golden arena. Is that on like head count on entries and stuff like that? So do we have the now 5,000 and there's 50 of them? So yeah, it's like 1%, isn't it? Whereas at rare, 500 entrants and there's 20 of them, so it's like double, isn't it? Or 10% would be 50, so it's like 4% or something like that. Yeah, you said 4. Yeah, so 1 in 4. Yeah, 4 times more likely. Yeah, fair enough. But I don't think the team I'm looking at there is rare, arena, winnable, capable. I'm not saying it really isn't limited. I'm not sure limited would be easier necessarily. The theory would be that rare is easier, but I actually think the rare competitors are tuned in for this. Like, limited, I can see it being more of a toss-away situation for a lot of those teams. So yeah, I think statistically you've got a good catch there. Rasko Masaki, thanks a lot for doing that for us, that mental maths. But I'm thinking more on, just there's 50 of them. There's 50 tickets getting given out versus 20. But yeah, of course the actual averages. Numerically, rare is the better chance, of course. But yeah, so I'm not going to do rare. But I do think at 50 it's still a pretty fair game. And I think the more likely potential of us coming up against a team in here that is beatable is quite good. To get us into at least third place is what we're aiming for. At rare with the kind of calibre of team you just seen we can pick from there, I wouldn't be that quick to throw away 10 essence on it. So I think that's a tough decision for a lot of us. It's easy for me to do it limited because we're scooping it up all the time. It's for giveaway stuff on the channel. This will be for giveaway stuff if we pull it. But with rare, it's very much my strategy. I want to have all my rare essence. The video went out earlier today. Feel free to catch it if you've missed it already. But yeah, so numerically you've got a much better chance, 4 times the chance at rare of getting one of those golden arenas. And I was thinking before coming on live today to do this, I was thinking, it's obviously their guarantee, and they did say, because I was listening back to the video that went out on the channel, of course, but they did say that they were contributing essence to the pot. And when we have the definitive numbers of the entries, they might not be because of the rake and the whole situation that there is with the payout. So that'll be interesting. And then that made me think maybe they put out 20 and 50 because they know guaranteed if only the minimum number that they've got anticipated there meet it, then they can supply X amount of essence and then the rake supplies X amount of the essence to charge it up. But if there's more entries into it and then when they see it locked, I wouldn't be surprised if at deadline they went, there's another 10 rare open and there's another 20 limited open when the actual head count comes in. Now, if it's not actually that hotly contested in terms of how many teams are submitted, how much essence is put into the pot, etc., It's less likely to happen, of course. I'm not encouraging that to say like that would happen. It was just a thought that occurred to me and something that let's see how it pans out. But yeah, they're my limited options, and yeah, I'm quite confident we could at least get into a normal one. Getting 50 limited essence for this is good fun. Whereas for rare, like I think my odds of doing it are much harder, and I don't want to lose the 10 because it's quite hard to get the rare one compared to the limited one. But yeah, we've been live and loud for 15 minutes, guys. You've seen the kind of tail of the tape there. I'll put together a wee team here, just a wee placeholder. It's got to meet into the cap 260, so there'll be tough decisions to be made. But I think top goalkeeper, I really like Gunn at home to Cardiff. At home, nailed on to play, whereas the rest of these guys that are like home, nailed on to play, tough game, or away, tough game, you know. So I think Gunn is actually the best keeper here, and I think that'll pay off. You know, a good goalkeeper pick. I really just want to take Savic, but I'm quite convinced he'll break my heart. Aranguiz could be a lot of fun, but he's going to be too expensive the way we're going with defence. So I think I ended up with Hitate at 51, but I might just go Kakari at 49 because it did get quite... Oh, Braze, by the way. Yeah, that was something I was thinking is, do we maybe go a bit Sociedad-y? Oyarzabal and Braze. I think Braze is on to play this one. It's a big game, and I say they'll be playing Thursday night. When Braze plays... Sociedad play. Yeah, Braze. I think I've played Kubo already. Zubimendi I'm not that high on for a cat mode if we're getting this kind of calibre in at that price. So what would that give us? Now, I'll just leave this as a little placeholder, just to kind of demonstrate the quality. Because again, imagine this in rare. Like, how competitive would it be? And I know we're at limited, which in theory should be harder, but in this arena situation, I actually fancy my chances a bit more of coming up against weaker opposition in general. So this gets us to 213, which means we've got 47 left. So who's the best kind of 47 or below option that we had here? Sad we can't get Danny P or Hitati into it. Kakari's 49. We need it 47 or below. So we're starting from Abada. Solniguez at home to Leganés. That might be alright. 50-50. Zubimendi, but again, very much in the short window. The Real Madrid shit's coming back again. Arsenal apparently really after him. Paqueta at home to Spurs playing Thursday night, and again, the whole team then is kind of geared around, except for the goalkeeper and stuff like that, but the offensive part of the team is kind of geared on taking advantage of the midweek hangover. We're going Captain Braze because surely that's just the way it goes, isn't it? Gunn is leaving at the end of the season. Nice. I might try and get a super rare. Never thought I'd say those words out loud again. But it's too expensive. Way too expensive. It's that little bit of Scottish utility, and I would hate to get one with an England flag on it. If I want to have him in a Scotland squad, you know, it would feel wrong. But we'll keep an eye open on that. Let's take off the ones that are for sale. Yeah, there's plenty of ones with Scotland flags on it. Just 3D only, I think we're looking at. Anyone's owned by DD? DD would maybe trade us. Hey, DD, if you're here, let me know. I'll be looking for a trade. I'll be looking to trade, probably, at this point. But I don't mind training goalkeepers and stuff like that. Plymouth need to make up a 14-point goal difference up. 14-point goal difference up. Oh yes, okay. So even if they win all their games, the goal difference will still kill them. MFL reviews. Do you know what's funny, right? Me and Charlie were actually just chatting about that. I'm not too sure. I don't mind doing MFL content like that. I just don't know what I could guarantee I could offer. But I'm more than happy because I was saying to Charlie, like, and I kind of shared some more stuff with Charlie. Just maybe no, not really. Just some stuff that I've kind of got a wee feel for. You know, if you've watched the game last night, we crushed it, man. We absolutely crushed it. I'm sorry, I need to answer this in case it's important. Not that this isn't important, but you know what I mean. 2 seconds. There we go. That was the FC Barcelona legal team. Trying to acquire some new ground for this B team that we're getting, this foundation team that we're going to get back up and running as well, MFL style. So just organising all that. I'm only joking, of course, but banter. So I'm up for doing it. So yeah, if you want it, let's do it. But TBC. Let's see how it shakes. I don't know how to make this game profitable. BZFC. We're talking about Sorare. Kind of the way the game is now, you kind of need to win a lot of your profit, as well as know a thing or two about a thing or two in terms of. So I was kind of thinking about it as well, right? In terms of the money side of things, I don't want to get sidetracked too much. We'll get stuck in the lineup building in a second, right? But I was thinking about that in a way because I remember, because I always try and put myself back to maybe not quite day one, but the old days, when I started off the account and when I started the kind of like journey that we're on. And I did always think, like, if Sorare went mega, like, I would hope that the piece I would put together, like the gallery as an entity, would be like sellable, would be valuable because of how deep it is, how like on point it could be, or whatever. As much as it being like built out above like seasons of like my kind of journey on this, but also the utility that they all gain at being like a top kind of setup, as it were. And I'm not too sure the space is there for that right now. So in terms of making profit on cards, secondary market, especially when they go classic, it's kind of a very much a feast and famine situation. Like, you kind of need a Shaqiri to go to Switzerland. You kind of need a Luis Enrique to go to. You kind of need these random things to happen. A new guy to become the Celtic goalkeeper. A new guy to start taking all the goals and everything that Gyökeres had at Sporting Lisbon. You need those kind of. You actually need real world football to drive card prices now, rather than a promotion, a new league coming on board, or anything like that. I think as time goes on, the collector element will come back into it, but will become more mature as an element in the game, because it is still there, has always been there. But in terms of making money from the collection side of things, like, this is quite funny because probably one of the few. How do we change it now? How did I change from football to it's up here to baseball? Because probably one of the last kind of like set and forget things I've got is baseball lessons, whatever. Right, okay, great. Is Jesus Christ, 19? How do I get 19 pages of commons? And how do I filter by rarity? Oh, this is the market. Sorry, my cards. I'm a dimwit. Is these two guys that I got as year one edition baseball cards, and the only criteria I asked some baseball people in the community, is guaranteed Hall of Famers who are probably quite shit and dead cheap. And I got this guy who's got up to level 5 somehow. God knows how that's happened. For 11 quid. And I think this guy now, I don't think he sells for much more, but I think there's not that many of them. And with the whole kind of lock-in thing, all cards on sale, none on the market. Only 52 rares exist. It does have, is that a second season? Yeah, look at that. Some of them have been locked away. And yeah, he's not traded in ages. I don't know what I could sell him for. Well, we'll test this out a little bit. 2 months ago, $7.90. I did see somebody bought one for like 30 quid. I don't know where I seen that. Maybe it was Sorare data. That made me think, I've done alright with that. Maybe. But maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining things. Unless they were snipes. Yeah, 23 quid. There we go. Is that maybe what I seen? 25 quid. Yeah, I think I seen those things 2 years ago. Yeah, these are all first owners. A lot of them is Jimmer. Look how many Jimmer has, by the way. Wow. Jimmer has like all the Albert Pujols. Jimmer's got so many of them. That's funny. And the other one I got was some other guy, Miguel Cabrera. And he's a Tigers. I thought it was the Dodgers. Sorry. And do we see a history for him? No, we don't. What did we pay for him? 9 quid. So I spent 20 quid on cards. And then let's see his situation. He's only got 2. Oh no, they're for sale. Sorry, there's only 2 for sale. One's a special edition, which is actually quite cool. And I think that must be the second season. Or maybe that's not a special edition. Maybe that's just the new season. Yeah, rare's still cheap. We've probably not done well with him. I wonder how much. Yeah, he's got 91, and he's got 2 seasons, so he played season 1 and the second one, whereas Puyol's retired. So we've got this guy's year 1 edition, which is fine, but we won't have his retirement card. So anyway, they're just wee kind of throwaway things. In football, I'm not too sure there's much of that to go on right now. I do think football on Sorare in particular does have more of that available to it. If we even just look at Aguero, for example, you might not even have known Aguero has cards. He's got 10 rares right before the heart thing happened to him. And yeah, good luck getting one of these. Very tough thing to do. Who else was I thinking about just now? I was also thinking about Arjen Robben, who got Groningen cards. Arjen Robben. 3 are available. They're not terribly cheap, 25 quid. In total, how many cards did they get? 62. And there's a nice one. And guess who owns that, eh? You Never Walk Alone. Rika 1-1. That's a cool reward card, isn't it, by the way? That's OG, that. So there's a little bit of it, but it's very few and far between. The new NBA card for Curry and LeBron are really nice, quite expensive though. Yeah, I did kind of want to get with this. Whenever I think this way, I always think about getting a year 1 LeBron, but I think what I'd maybe rather do from that collection POV is get this season's. I don't even know why I'm doing this, by the way. Is get this season's and get him and his son. Yeah, Bronny James, and have them matching, and ideally have them matching serials. Rookie card, Bronny James, and regular LeBron. I think that's the way to do the LeBron James play. That's a nice version of the rookie compared to like these ones. Why is that one better? Is this one actually 3D when you click on it, maybe? No. Why is that one different to the other one that looks like Neon Edition? Does this one move, maybe? It's weird. So anyway, find a nice, and that's quite nice that there's different ones, so try and find the nicest looking one. Anyway. Oh, they're rare and limited, aren't they? I'm an idiot. The rares are nice. Yeah, I think a rare's a good one to get. Anyway. BZ, I don't think there's any use of it. I'm just kind of broad stroking card market really with you. That's all. Because that would be something as well that maybe more for younger players, like rookie cards and stuff like that. You still get a bit of it. Like if we look at Bischoff, for example, I think his rookies are never floor priced and very rarely listed. I'm not too sure the last time one of his rookies would have moved. And he's got a really nice rookie that I had in limited and really have been meaning to get a rare for far too long. Oh my god, there's a player edition one. That's wild. That's a wild card in the making. 3 days ago, Santonio's got one. But in general, like, yeah, I'm just thinking about card collection market, and then the natural thing is retired players, zero utility. Something like this has utility, so it maybe has a wee bit more of a thing around it. A bit more Sorare, I suppose. Sorare Unicorns get 3 of them. Charlie Boy, did I see you? Yes, I did. Nice pickup, mate. So, yeah, that, by the way, that feels like a grail card to me. Wonder what other cards he's got. Then we'll get stuck into it, guys. He's getting nothing. I wonder, who would Tom Bischoff like? Check that available list. I'm just thinking, imagine it was his email. He just gets it and he goes, I'll swap me for Goretzka. Why not? Stinger from the same season, love that. Right, I just want to double check I've not missed any requests, so let me scroll back and then we'll go back into it. Red or Dead, I see you. I'm always cautious I'm missing you, buddy, so I think your comments have just vanished sometimes. But I see you, buddy. Took your advice and improved my gallery slightly. Love it. You'll need to remind me specifically what we went over, Red or Dead, but look forward to catching that. See where we've picked up from. JJ Lane's been a member for 17 months. Absolutely love that. Aaron Phillips. Quinny, could I get my team set up for Prem and Champ Limited? My Sorare name, Aaron Phillips, -1. Love that. Giving yourself a score handicap there every game week. Makes it a lot fairer on the rest of us. Thanks very much, Aaron. Giving yourself -1 point every week. XD Rye, let's get you in there as well. And now, guys, we're going to be running this probably all the way to 5 o'clock, or if we finish earlier, great. It means I can get maybe a wee can of juice or something. But hasn't looked at that account in 3 years. Probably not. But if he gets the email and goes, "Oh, what's this?" I'd just sell that. Why not? Or swap that. The current one with the different image, I got Bischoff, Rookie, and Singer from the same season. Just catching up on the comments, but yeah. We'll get through this, and at 5 o'clock tonight, I'd say he's my best mate, my best man at my wedding. Sorry if you can hear, I've got the window open and they've started cutting the grass. It's always something, man. It's fighting at 5 o'clock tonight. And I thought, let's watch it together. So we've got a wee bit of fight night action on a Thursday. Tune in at 5 o'clock. We'll maybe see if anyone wants to hang out with me and watch it. Probably going to be on for about half an hour or an hour. Better send him a wee message now, actually. Saying good luck, bud. Good luck, mate. Hope you smash him. There we go. Awesome. Right, I'm buzzing. I forgot about fight night tonight. No, fucking good luck, big man. It should be good. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll get stuck into some lineup building in a moment. Oh, guys. Bear with me. Contrast, I'm doing great, mate. Thanks very much. 2 seconds, guys. I am just crossing the T's and dotting some I's on some stuff that's just happened, and this is pertinent to what we were just talking about. So hang fire for 2 seconds, but we should be able. I'm hoping. If not, maybe I'll be a bit of a false climb. I'll be a bit of an anti-climax here. But bear with me for a moment, because this could come out to be pretty sweet. Okie doke. Let's do it. Right, guys, you ready for this? Two seconds. Right, I'm going to have to do multitasking, right, 'cause I feel bad these are just sitting here watching me struggle swinging between apps and stuff. Harry boy, good to see you. Oh, Harry, I'm so glad you're here for this. Harry boy. Let me just double check everything's moving the way it should. Awesome. Bada bing, bada boom. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Boom. Why? Oh, you're freaking kidding me, man. Oh, so rare. So rare killing me here. Vancouver spanked Miami. I did see that, by the way. They're going to take over the world, Vancouver. Brian White Ballon d'Or campaign is underway. Wait until Gold gets back into the team, for the love of Jimmy's. Guys, we have done it. We have done it. You're not going to believe this. I'm so glad. So glad. So glad. You're here for this. We have brought balance to the force, guys. OG Martin van der Veer is back at FC Barcelona. Oh yeah! Buzzing. Buzzing. Not the same one. Not my OG one of. We got the number 4 of, who's been passed about a wee bit, and I was gutted I missed out on it. It's went on the market twice, this one and another one, and I just sent an offer because the floor on him was going down. He's playing and stuff. The fixtures are terrible. I'm not that excited to use him, but I got a counter offer, and I was like, oh, by the way, let's do it. Let's do it. So we've made it happen, guys. Classic. Oh, there is balance in the force again, guys. Classic Martin van der Veer, the classic Van der Veer, to go alongside the Cherkeys and to go alongside everything else. And who's this after my gold? Applex. Sorry, mate, that's not going to fly. Buzzing, guys. Oh, buzzing. What a way to start the stream. What a way to start the stream. It's not really the start. We've been going for 40 minutes. Jesus. Right, guys, we better get into actually doing lineups now. Apologies. Oh, buzzing with that. Absolutely made up. Absolutely made up. Classic Martin is back. Only 6 of these cards, guys, at rare. One of them is maybe gettable. I think the rest of them are now locked up. So glad. Overpay for me. Overpay, but don't care. Don't care. Unfungible. Non-fungible. Let's just have it right here. Proper non-fungies. Ian Matson, good to see you as well. Benny, of course, in the house. And there's a wee bit of chat I've not kept up with, so do your best to keep me up to speed, guys. Club Z, hi Quinny. Any chance you could do both my Challenger and Prem lineups? Both rare and limited. Ooh, what's happening with the Prem collection? As I cannot see an Ipswich one. Yeah, you've lost me there. Challenger and Prem, limited and rare. So let's go Prem rare. Are we looking in season? Yeah, against Everton. Okay, so this is kind of the Ipswich thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's not really much for me. Yeah, I'm probably not the person to consult on this, but what I'm going to do is just kind of earmark them all so that they don't come into the other build. But yeah, I think you're better picking your Ipswich stack, mate, to be honest with you. I'm not going to be able to help you with that better than you. So Prem and Challenge. Yeah, so if we're doing limited, is it the same? Yeah, kind of is, mate. Okay. I don't mind doing like this. I don't think I can really give you anything here, but on better than L5s and L15s. Away to Everton. I don't know the squad that well. Wee Bernie. And Ciso. I'd probably go Dunlap from the bench, just for limited, just for a bit of punch. Or Philogene. That's too hard for me to do. Let's try the Challenger. Here we go. So we've got Hansen away to Randers, and we've got Schmidt at home to Hull. I think I'm going to take Hansen. I just don't think Randers are a team that have any firepower. I like Kleber a lot, but it's at home to Copenhagen. Kemper at home to Peck's Wall. I'm going to go Kleber. Your boy has to play. I think about you all the time. Is it you, Toxic Line? And it maybe is, but somebody had this guy before all the hype in this lineup builder series, and every time I see the post, I think that guy's nailed it. Did a great job with that pickup. Karamoko away to Sunderland, not a great game. The Sporting Lisbon guy at home, and Mikey Johnson at home. I think we take Mikey first because he's proven quality at home. But this guy, I don't know him from Adam, to be quite honest with you. Plays left back, but he's a forward or left mid. Yeah, that's okay, isn't it? Do I have anyone better? Like Danny Silva at home to AGF. That sounds a lot more appealing to me. Yeah, let's do that. I put my phone on silent, sorry guys. Yeah, I think that's the way I'd go. I'm a Captain Mikey Johnson guy, but I am biased. And then we've got a second team. I think we're maybe sticking in season here. I don't think we've got that much classic pressure outside the goalkeeper here, do we? Yeah, so we play him. We've got Kemper, our only fit defender and midfielder, go in here. And then, yeah, we're filling it out with the only fit players besides, it looks like. And again, I'm a Captain Karamoko guy, but I'm very biased. Araujo's probably the way to go there. And if we look at Challenger in season, what are we playing with? We've got two keepers. Lyson at home at Mechelen, or Belika playing Peck's Wall. I like Toby Lyson a lot better. I know Mechelen have got weapons and stuff like that, but Lyson can save a pen or get you to 50 on AA. Hogsberg is the guy. I'm going to go with the Dorgales. I think you're probably going to end up taking both these guys anyway, but I'm going to go Dorgales first of all. And yeah, you're not taking Storm, are you? So you're going to go Ueda and the other lad, and yeah. Oh, you're probably going to captain the double A guy, aren't you? But I'd rather captain Ueda. Again, I'm biased. And then the second team has this other goalkeeper in it where we can probably play Storm. So we've got Belika. We don't really have another defender though. Don't really have another midfielder. And then we've got Storm. I wonder if... Yeah, we probably do. I don't know if you can play the arena thing. I don't know if your team's good enough to play arena, and I mean that with you've just seen me weigh it up and what I think about it, you know, but it's the odds of coming against 10 guys you can scoosh. Jacob Greaves maybe is the nailed on player you've got there. Kajust, Storm obviously, and then fifth man Hurst or Taylor. Hurst is on to start. We've not used him yet, or maybe we should have used Hurst in that other team a minute ago. Philogene, Leaf Davis, all MIA. Yeah, this team here. Swap the lap in Hurst. Yeah. See, I'm sorry I can't help you more with that Switch stuff. I would be holding you back if you, you know. I've been tempted into the pit. That is super rare with these prices. Yeah, Benny, what you doing? What you doing? I don't mind it, by the way. I'm just kind of like, I've got like 62 goalkeepers are kind of holding me back, so the quality of my teams in theory should go up because I've got less keepers to spread them across. Gunn, I don't think he moves into champion, which is my main thing, but he's got Scotland utility, which I like. So that's the only reason I'd be interested in him, really. Outside a bag of in seasons from Essence and whatever. James, what were we up to? James, Quinn, are you able to do my contender in Bundes Limited in season? Yeah, that's fine. It's midnight where you are as well, so that's fun. So let's go with Bundesliga in season first of all. We've got two D1s and a D2. Plenty of goalkeeper choices. Some tough games, by the way. Stuttgart away St. Pauli. I really like Nubel because Nubel could clean sheet that. Kobel, it feels like he's going to be the 10th Chelsea goalkeeper on their books, the way things are going. Urbig against Leipzig is no way going to be a good pick this weekend. Zetterer against Union could be sneaky good. Radecki, I'm not touching. Yeah, so it's Nubel first. Zetterer is quite firmly second, I think, and then the rest of them's a bit of a coin toss, but I'm going Nubel. Ooh, yeah, I think Mittelstadt is And Chappie as well. Grimmy. I'm going Mittelstadt. Now, Elise is probably going to rein in against Leipzig, so I don't mind backing him. Up front, Kane's injured, isn't he? Or suspended. Sané, Dutch. There's a few guys that are all quite the same, aren't they? There's no real standout striker here. It looks like Jurassic's. He's at home, 6 versus 12. Dortmund really need the points, actually, don't they? He's been in pretty good form. But Ekitike at home to Mainz, or away to Mainz, sorry. Mainz still pushing to get into European football as well. There's more than one way to skin the cat here. I just like Sané so much more, but because Sané is like one decisive 70. We get Kramaric there playing Gladbach. Gladbach at home, but it's kind of where you don't want Gladbach. So yeah, I'm kind of prone to playing Sané. I just think the fixture, everything kind of goes in his favour. And then your fifth man kind of has to be Kimmich, doesn't it? So we go with that. Captain Elise for me. 97 rated team, bring it on. The B team in D1, we'd go Zetterer in goals away to Union Berlin. Hinchapi and Grimmy are really looking at me here for defence. I think Hinchapi is just upper quality, safer. We'll maybe go for Grimaldo as fifth man, but midfield... Stiller looks like the play, but I'm not sure that is the way to go here. We have Wirtz. That feel so I think if we maybe make this a wee bit Leverkusen-y, I think Wirtz is a great play here. Up front, we're then maybe looking at that Girassi again. Could play Dutch. Dutch away to Berlin. That might not be bad. And then that kind of pairs with the goalkeeper. I kind of like that as well. Girassi though feels like stupid not to pick him. I know Schick is on good form, but you guys know me, I'm just not a big Schick guy. Yeah, man. 6 decisives in the last 3 games. Hard to look past that, isn't it? Yeah, so D1, I think Girassi is the guy to go with there. And then, we'll go with Grimaldo for 5th guy. And I really don't know who to captain out of all them. Could be any of them. I'm a Captain Wirtz guy, as you know. And then let's go to the third team, which is in D2. We just really need this promoted. The goalkeeper pick will be crucial, because I do think like some of these goalkeepers will get slayed. Like Urbig and Van der Voort, probably. Hradecki Kovar is a dicey thing anyway at the best of times. So I think it kind of does fall on Kobel. Again, he's in the shop window. Maybe this is a bit of a shop window team. Let's put Jonathan Tah in defence. Midfield, I like the look of somebody like Brandt now that he's back in the team. They're at home. I do think Wolfsburg are quite meh. There's some really good picks in and beneath this, but yeah, I think Brandt is the way to go. Up front, I'm looking at Schick again, but Freiburg in 4 for no pushovers. Ekitike, Kramaric. Ekitike, I'm going to take him. Just get decisive, just go and score a goal. Square somebody for a tap in. No problem at all. And then 5th man, Xhaka could be solid. Stiller looks really good there on L5. Ben Sabayini can be a good differential, just to spike his face off. But that's actually quite tough for the last spot. We want promoted minimum, so that means we need somebody on the pitch. We need somebody to put in a decent shift, even if it doesn't totally go their way. And when I think about that with who's left here, I think Xhaka's quite safe for that. Whereas like shit could get subbed off before a goal happens, I'm going to go Xhaka. And then I'm a Captain Brandt guy there, I think. 83 rated, that's not bad for D2. Name of the game's promotion. And then next up for James, we've got Contender. And is that limited in the season as well? Yeah, it's Contender. Firmly my wee host, right? So we've got Celtic versus Rangers Sunday, 12 o'clock this week. So it's going to be all eyes on Sunday for this region. It feels like you've got goalkeepers outside of it. Maybe we need to wait a wee bit closer to when we get news. Do you have Schmeichels? You do. So you've got Schmeichels and Sinisalos. So if we get Schmeichel news, you're just swapping them around. That's fine. But yeah, away is an interesting one. It's not really been smooth sailing for Celtic versus Rangers this season. You've got some great defence outside of that anyway, with the guys in the J League. Big fan of Quattro, of course. At home to Velez, should be a good game. And I don't think they've had midweeks like they've had already this season, so his reliability to play Quattro is probably pretty solid. Do we have a projection in? We do. 8 hours ago. Let's have a peek. Yeah, he's not there. So no Quattro. No Quattro. Greg Taylor could be good, but again, I'm not too convinced Taylor's safe. I mean, he probably is. I'm just being thinking with it. Scales could be great. AJ could be great. I think Vickers is just the ultimate safe play here, but the Chalmarcello could be good. His L5 is incredible. How's he doing that? 48A. Just means he's bringing in that Flora high 60s, low 70s. And if he does jam himself in with a goal, assist, what's this, a goal line clearance? Happy days. I think Scales does play Rangers, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Trusty. AJ can be great, but isn't always. And I think Vickers is just safe. Does what it says on the tin. Wanizek is quality at home. He's just always going to be the same guy. That's why he's so valuable. He's borderline fixture proof. Don't really worry about the opposition. He just needs that one decisive. His 8-8 is always there. Sometimes it's bigger, depending on possession and all that stuff. Of course, we know that. Barco's got a wee injury there. Nice. Injury discount coming in, as well as end of season. So we'll keep my eyes peeled on that. But yeah, I think Wanizek's probably top pick here. Like, McGregor could be good, but McGregor could very easily not get a decisive. Engels could be quite good in this, but isn't obviously going to get a decisive, but quite easily could, just because of set pieces and penalties and whatnot. Atate's kind of in the middle. So I don't know what to think about that. I think Wanizek, in all fairness, is like team one here, safe. Berardi, let's see what happens midweek, because if he does play midweek, people are worried he's rotating midweek, and if he doesn't, the worry will just pass into the weekend. Fitzy Boy taking on Salzburg, Maeda in the derby. I think you have to take Maeda. And then fifth man, 8 versus second, you've got here in the J League. Alistair Johnson could be fine. I think I would rather either go Kuhn or Scales, and I'm just going to go for safety here and go for goals and go with Kuhn. So I think like team one probably falls together like that. And if you really wanted this to just be Celtic, I would just swap Wanizek for Engels. I think that's the closest. They're kind of the same guy, but Engels is nowhere near the decisive output of Wanizek at the moment. But takes set pieces and all the rest of it. So yeah, interesting one. And on this, I think you need to captain Dyson. Multi-decisive, capable now, the way he is. And his 8-8 is not as bad as it used to be. BCMs are slowly but surely being weeded out. I would try and avoid Sinisalo for the next one, even if you are a Celtic fan, just to make sure your heartbreak isn't totally there if the clean sheet gets bust, because they are at home and you know what they're like for penalties and shit at the best of times. But we've got Ron Roberts-Zieler away to 16th. I really like that. A strong game for a Bundesliga 2 goalkeeper. Good differential potential on the field. It'll have maybe Glasgow Derby goalkeepers. Chalmarcello, I think, can play here. You could play the Wanizek here if you'd swapped around him with Engels. But in the absence of that, this midfielder centre-back guy, really wow, he's left back. Yeah, well that looks very repeatable, and he is playing 12th in the league. Odds on to win, good clean sheet bonus. Even though at midfield we don't care about that. So Berardi we're still a bit nervous on. Let's see what happens. Ida could be a good shout, 'cause he's very likely going to start this one as well, and could just be alright for a wee goal. That Lamas guy started off great. It's kind of died off a bit now, hasn't he? So yeah, I think I would go Ida. And then fifth man, we're probably putting in a Hitate or an AJ, something like that. Yeah, I'm going to put Hitate into this. I just think he's definitely going to play quite... Or do we do Engels? Nah, I'm going to go for Hitate on this one, because I just think he's quite likely to be match winner level. Ida's there for the safe goals. These other guys are there for buff AA. And I don't know who to captain there. This guy feels kind of safe, but might not hit 100 or anything like that, whereas maybe Hitate or Ciao Marcello could. And then in D2, like Balcombe, like Gordon, good games for them. Yeah, I'm probably going to go Gordon in season. And then in defence, I think for this, like, I don't mind going like AJ and Scales. Let's go with AJ because he's just more nailed on. Yeah, so let's go AJ, McGregor, Engels. And then whoever we have left up front. So let me just go put McGregor in here. Because like, they're all definitely going to play. And I know Scales is almost certainly going to play, same with Taylor, but like for the amount of teams we're picking here, we can dodge that potential heartbreak quite easily. Kabungu, Berardi, they're the two main guys I'm looking at here. I think with Berardi, let's wait and see how tonight goes. He could easily just be the guy for this. But if we don't think Berardi's going to play, I'll just slide the Kabungu in there. Go Captain Engels in that case. I thought Quattro was injured. Yeah, we played the last game, I thought. But yeah, he's nowhere near the picture here. Defeated Boca and won the River must win to secure top position in Group B. Montiel sustained a muscle injury against Boca and will be absent. Quatra has reached his 5th yellow, so he's suspended. So we know that about Quatra. Interesting. So there we go. Bundesliga, 3 really fun teams, by the way. Good luck with them. Contender, high quality teams. Nice differential element sprinkled into the Celtic team, looking at it from this kind of POV, as well as your other D1 team there, and then that D2 effort looks pretty strong to me as well. Stefan, my man, what were we after? MLS in season and classic. Let's do it. What are we talking here? Is it limited or rare? Sorry. I'm going to say limited. Awesome. Right, so in season, who are we looking at for keeper? We're going streaking if possible. Freeze at home to Cincy could be a great game for Freeze if he doesn't concede 3 goals. Willis away to Atlanta. Atlanta have been kind of meh, haven't they? It may not be bad. I think the home situation is just something we're always looking at, isn't it, for the keeper? As a preferential situation. In-season defence. Have we got Andy Nahar? Shiberko not going to play this one. No Zimmerman as well. That's really hurt you, by the way. Because with... Wow, yeah, your defence has been kind of kicked in the balls there. In-season defence, we're only looking at Meyer. Yeah. That's brutal, mate. So, I think we need to actually forget streaking in the first instance, because Ymar at home to Salt Lake feels like an easy pick there. Away to Toronto for Heel is not bad. I think the Atlanta guys should be better than what they kind of have been. CR7. We need in-season cards now, so I'm looking at Paslic, Forsberg. Down at the bottom end here, otherwise it's Mukhtar Baranchuk. I think we go behind. He gets all the fanny. Alonso Martinez and 5th man in season. I like Almiron. I like Paslic, but he's away, and I think Chicago could do a number on them. Forsberg's alright, but in bad... Oh, Bamba. Boom. I really like this team, by the way. Who to captain? I'm looking at anyone but the striker. Let's go Bamba. Or Ymar. Money chasers. Let's do it. So we're going to take an in-season Willis on this one. Now you've got the other one called Streaks. So we maybe just build that one next and we'll Streaks this one. Yeah, so they're both D2. So the Streak team will be High XP Willis with Jack Mayer. And then we're looking at Tag Seth. Can't take the Atlanta guys, obviously, so let's go Surridge. And then non-Atlanta in seasons. Maxi Morales, Pasalic, Forsberg, Latilaf. Kind of needs to be Maxi Morales, Pasalic. Yeah, it's one of them two. I'm taking Maxi just because he's at home. He's not got a decisive yet. He's kind of due one. It's not an easy game. Far from it. But new signings came into midfield. If he plays, the dynamic might change up a little bit. And that could help him. And then for the last one, is there a classic keeper worth picking here? Probably not. We'll keep the good ones for the classic comp. We probably need a classic defender though. Again, we're kind of wanting to avoid Atlanta if we're taking Willis. So can we avoid that and play classic Brad maybe? And then we can maybe... No, I was going to say maybe cover two sides of the coin here, but we can't with the defence. Because it's been absolutely rinsed, so that's not a good idea either. So let's go with the Willis. Do we take the Palacios guy? Maybe he should be playing over Mayer. His L5 and everything looked much better actually. Let's change that. And then Money Chasers. Right, so we go Willis. We've got Mayer. He's alright to get by for the last team. Pasalic. Now we don't want Almiron. As I say, this wouldn't bother me too much. You're kind of you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. We can go classic forward here if we keep this up. Do we want a Messi in here? Messi's a bit dodgy, by the way, so maybe you do put him in here just to hedge it. This is actually a tough one. This is a tough cookie. That D1 team, I think it's better served with the Ymar defender card in it. With the Streaks team, it's not going to have that Messi in it. So if you're wanting Messi to win money, and also not be too bummed out if he lets you down, this could be the place to play him. Kind of the name objective is getting promoted. And then the fifth man needs to be in season. We're trying to avoid Atlanta. We've got Forsberg, the other side of that Messi match. Somebody like Alex Moyle just feels weak. I guess we just need to play an Almiron. Let's just go for it. So then if we go classic, and we might flip that around a little bit, but that's how I'm feeling now. Get that to try and win some money and get promoted. We've got 3 D1s here. Lloris at home to Houston. Fry at home to Salt Lake. St. Louis are my 2 favourites that we've got here. And I think... I think I'm taking Fry first. Amundsen at home to Charlotte. Harriel away to Montreal. Harriel's been playing like mid, hasn't he? So let's go with Harriel. Maybe just play Carlos Heel in this team. Although I like the idea of Jack McGlynn, he's just like fixture proof, isn't he? And Heel. I suppose his scores have been back, haven't they? No, we're trashing him. Yeah, Heel is in. Up front. Ooh. I think you want Buanga. I've got no idea what you guys are saying in the chat. But feels like Thai boxing. He's have loved me. Boxing will be live later. Mizo Rambo. Andreas, yeah, well, let's add you in, buddy. What's your team name again? You'll just need to remind me. Hanny, maybe the other side? Yeah, let's do Hanny. All D1s, which is great. Second keeper we want is Larice. I like Amundsen, as you guys know, but am I being biased for that? I think about who you've got. Amundsen is probably the way to go. Luan Trader, of course. Oh. Midfield here. Again, McGlynn could just AA his face off. I think Quinn Sullivan, but let's put him into a team because he's getting all the stuff now. Denke to score against City, I think is quite likely. Kuipers at home is good. I think you go Denke for this team, but absolute arrowhead forward. And then fifth man, Mihailovic away to DC could be good. Former club. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. Jordy. Captain Quinn. Took the score of the team down from 81 to 80. Trolling me, Sorare data. Trolling me. Kalina could do good actually away, I think, to Columbus. As good as any keeper could do. I don't want to take Brad. I like Freeze. I like Brady. But they've got Jeopardy around them. Barraza, I would only take if you're mad brave. I know it's the Rapids, they're not particularly great, but Barraza's a funny one. Yeah, I'm going to go for Freeze. He's at home and generally he's performing quite well. Again, as long as they don't concede free, scores have been certainly respectable at the very least. I think Tolu could be the way to go for last defender, but I do like the look of Brooks Lennon in general, that kind of attacking fullback play. Yaman's kind of quietly below par. I can't really get anyone else. So yeah, let's go Tolu. I like CR7 still. I like McGlynn still. Evander. Oh, why has Evander not been picked yet? Let's save that for a second. Yeah, let's get Evander in for Hanny. Why is he so low down? And then we've got Hanny. Yeah, I probably wouldn't put him into that one of those teams, but we have him now for this team. Yeah, I don't mind that. Hanny into here. And then Alonso Martinez at home. Yeah, I'm not getting any contradictions to that. That's fine. And then fifth man, a lot of good choices here. CR7, Jack McGlynn, two favourites at the moment. CR7 at home. I quite like that situation. Good fixture. You know he's going to play. Gazdag, oh, could be a sneaky one. I think that's a bit of size here, but yeah, I'm going to go CR7. Yeah. Probably Captain Hanny. Love it. Team strength is all really good across the board, mate. Lovely teams. Good luck. James J. 1, 2, 3. James Johnson. Contender in season. Lots of double game weeks in Japan. Contender in season. So we've got Armani, who we've seen on to play Classic. We've got Hayakawa at home to Machida. We've got Kyoto Sanga, who are third, by the way. Well done to them. Cerezo Osako down to 15th. That's what happens when you drop my goalkeeper. Sol at home to John Book. Vidoto away to Urawa. Broderson playing Vissel. Ichikawa away to Tokyo Verde. Hayakawa at home feels pretty good, but I think Armani's the guy. There's no streaks or anything to think about in this one. Let's go with Armani. I think he's the best keeper there, and let's hope we can build an in-season outfield around him. Thiago Andrade could have a really good match. How did he do last weekend? Because I'm always humming and hawing on guys like him that, he got his decisive as well. 6-0 against Klagenfurt. That's probably a much better game. Tyrol isn't much harder for him. Will he get another assist is the key thing. Jonsuke Suzuki away to Gamba. Acuna. A lot of great picks here. I actually think the top guy's the top guy. I think Andres Andrade away to Tyrol should be pretty boss. We can't use a classic mid. We need an in-season mid. Lucas Fernandez playing for the crap team away. Bueno, 5th versus 19th. How did he do last weekend? Again, we were kind of humming and hawing on him. If memory serves me right. Yeah, 41 let us down. Araki. L5 48. Is he? Nah, last week 42. Juan Quintero. João Pedro. Yeah, midfield's kind of tough in season. Like Lucas Fernandez, obviously on his L5, doesn't really matter where they are on the table if he gets his wee assist. Kaitashvili, I know they're playing a rubbish team in that, but is he the guy? Decisives are imaginable, aren't they? I'm going to go Bueno. I think at home, yeah, it's a good situ for him. Dyson up front. And then 5th man. I don't mind going with Vickers just for a smashing 75-80 out of him. Double defence. No idea who to captain, but that feels pretty powerful. Asian power block. Love this. So we'll go with Hayakawa in goals. Kim Jin-soo. I think Marcello's the safest there. We can take João Carlos Teixeira first away to 9th. We know what he's all about. Yuma Suzuki. Thiago Andrade. Cavrich. Are you doing something now? Scored. Double decisive. He's like he's double or nothing him, isn't he? And will they get double at home at Machida? At home at Kosei Tani? Almost said Koki Machida there. Andrade has been doing alright there. Away at 3rd. Oh, this is kind of tough. Maybe we'll go Lamas for that Daegu link up. Oh yeah, he's been kind of ass really, hasn't he? Yeah, I think he's kind of off the boil now. Elias, 3rd at home. Yeah, I don't mind him actually, because the team they're against still concede goals, I think, and that's what he needs. So that's fine by me. And 5th man, Acuna's not bad. I like Scales, but I don't know if he's definitely going to play, and that makes me think about taking somebody else if you have the ability to do that. Kim Jin-soo, maybe just go double defence. 8th versus 2nd could be a good game for him at 80 wise. Let's go with Acuna. He's at home, quite attacking, good defence. I'm going to pick the goalkeeper last, right? Because the Broderson could be good. Or the Ota, but let's see what we need to do elsewhere. Kim Jin-soo at home at 2nd. I kind of like Liam Scales, by the way, for this team. D2, a puncher's chance. Maybe it gets promoted, maybe it doesn't, but won't get relegated out of D1 kind of vibes. Luis Henrique. Yeah, let's go in season goalkeeper. Ota. Kang Kyun Moo. It's actually got a higher chance of a clean sheet there, which is weird to see. Higher chance of winning the game as well, by the way. Okay, let's go with that. and then take the defender that pairs with him. That's the way I would go with them. Got 1D1 Classic, so let's do that. Broderson is like an AA keeper, isn't he? I see McBride just bought him. That's normally the sign of good things are happening. The goalie guru himself. This Ando's a new name on me, so let's check him out quickly. Oh wow, that's very nice form for a centre back, by the way. At Vispa, who, where are they in the league right now? Oh, they're actually doing quite well. But yeah, that AA is probably quite repeatable. So let's take him. Considering who's left, I think taking like Lucas Fernandez only makes sense. Same as probably Yuma Suzuki. And Jonosuke Suzuki probably fills this team out. Savio, actually, no, let's take Savio. Yeah, it's not showed me the double game week situation. So yeah, there's maybe another element you need to add into that, because yeah, it doesn't show me that, so it's hard for me to weigh that up. But I think for the most part, like on the basis of the first games anyway, you get a lot out of here, I think, in terms of the way to move them. And then maybe there's a wee bit of, oh, I'd put him above him, knowing what you know. But yeah, nice teams, man. Northern Sports Cards, if you, like, we're doing, oh, so I better tell you this now, actually, so there's more of you here than what was earlier. So if you go all the way back to the beginning of the stream, we're doing a members action kind of thing with Arena. We're going to play Limited Arena. I went through the players I've got available, etc. And when I was talking about that Northern Sports Cards, I mentioned one of the things that really brought it home to me is I've only got one All-Star entry, so I've got more cards free that I could play there. So, no, they didn't say why, actually, to answer your question directly, but go back to the beginning of the stream if you've missed it. Feel free to catch up with that. Because we brought in one of the Grail cards. One of the Grail cards. Oh, buzzing. I've got him to use now at the weekend. L1536 against Bayern Munich. He's going to get free against him, isn't he? Oh, 50-50, probably not. I don't think he's going to play. I think it will be Van der Voort. JJ Lane, my man, who's been a member for 17 months. What a legend. What a legend, mate. As well as all you other guys that have had your season tickets for so long. Couldn't do any of this without yous. Could you make my limited La Liga lineups? Would love to. Limited La Liga. Can you wait for a DNP? Now, there's a wee bit of Barcelona midweek in here, isn't there? As well as Betis and... No, I think that's it, isn't it? Atletico Bilbao. Athletic Club Bilbao. Chesney playing Valladolid. But Barca on the ropes. Rotating. Have a bit of a cushion in La Liga. Oh wow, by the way, he's only 50% on. Ter Stegen is in the picture. Fuck me. Oh yeah. Ter Stegen most likely. Huge rotation. Like not even Ferran starting this one. Oh. Dodge that. Do you know who the best keeper in the game is for this? All Black. If in doubt, Jan the man. Jan the man. Let's do it. Yeah, the Barca team for this weekend, I feel like it could be anything. Yeah, let's just fucking patch that if we can. At home to Mallorca should be fucking magic for Girona. Finally, 51 minutes ago. Good game week. Stuani's going to start, which is normally a good omen. Your boy Kreki, that's what I was looking for here. Now, Kreki scores really well in these types of games. He's going to have a lot of possession. He's going to make a lot of passes. And I think he can easily be a good defender one. Urko is in a good spot as well. Kambula's not in a bad spot. We know how well he's been scoring. But yeah, I'm taking Kreke. Or Krejici. I'm calling him Kreke. You can email me if he's got a problem. Betis, do we know what they're likely to do before they play tonight? 4 hours ago this was updated, so this is anticipated. Okay, Isco likely, not nailed. Anthony quite nailed. Fornals the same. Okay, so Llorente in great form. Again, maybe there's a wee bit the Athletes that come into this. Or the Valencias. Midfield's actually really tough. Saul, who we looked at earlier, could be okay, but he's not nailed. Real Madrid. I'll have a wee look at La Liga, because obviously without the Champions League, like how vehemently are Real Madrid going to be approaching this? They'll be hoping Barca drop points because of the mad rotation they're going to have. There's only 4 points between them. Could be Ancelotti's last season. I don't think they let up at all. Celta but are pushing Europe as well, so not to be where are Celta 7th. Decent form. They've lost to Espanyol though, and 4-3 to Barca, you know, so they gave them a good push. They want to keep distance away from Sociedad, who are looking to squeeze in at the end here. So it's this little clutch of clubs, so a lot to actually play for there. But yeah, Real Madrid's expected. This is, yeah, changing defence with no Starfelt. Ooh, Arda? Likely, not nailed. But Jude and Valverde in midfield. Is a great pair there. And Anthony up front, by the way. Or Spider-Man. Spider-Man nailed. Llorente nailed. Yeah, Spider-Man, let's do it. And do we go double for? I think we want to take Bellingham here for double mid. I just think the mids could score really well. And yeah, I like this as like look at that, 99 rated. Beat that Sorare data. Fuck knows who to captain. It says Valverde. I think we've done pretty well there. Nailed that, by the way. Just win. Right, so the second keeper is going to be tough here because Betis is actually alright. I don't mind the Betis keeper. Yeah, I really don't mind taking the Betis keeper here, Adrian, for Team 2. Daily Blind, I'm looking at. Do we have anyone else that's kind of sneaky? That's not Barca or Real. Nathan could be okay. By the way, do we know Eric Garcia is going to play? Because he's going to play midfield, I think, if he's rotating in. And I think he scores really well. Yes, he is. Can we check that out on Sorare data quickly? SO5 scores all time. Let's just even do Barca. Anything that says midfield. I think the Leganés game is what I've got in my mind. But look at that. It's not too shabby. Yeah, he's got a red card and an error led to goal. But the rest of those games, he's actually pretty handy. And that's scoring as a defender. They're away to Valladolid. Got a good chance of getting it decisive as well. Does go up for corners and stuff. I like that. If we know he's playing. I go with Llorente. We know he's playing in great form. And Atletico, like, what are they doing? Yeah, 10 points away. They're not going to win the league, are they? Maybe that makes me worried a wee bit about Llorente. Versus, like, Betis have still got work to do in the league, don't they? They could get Champions League. Champions League's top 5. Yeah. Oh, Betis are definitely pushing for Champions League. So yeah, I think Isco can start and get subbed off. Anthony, we know we want to play him. Sigankov I like as well, but I think Anthony's... Or Sigankov's at home and rested, so let's take Sigankov. And then fifth man, Anthony. Yeah, just go double striker. I don't mind that. And then the third team, just get promoted. No problem. Let's do that. Courtois is quite comfortably the keeper there. And then in defence, do maybe do something a bit safer or a bit more conventional? Oh, why do that when we can play Miguel Gutierrez? Smasher. Good game. Would I take him over Eric? Maybe I would, actually. Maybe I would. I'd maybe play Eric in that team. And we'll play Gutierrez in this team. That's a good game for him. And then we've got a nice little Betis Girona thing going here. That's fun. And then just get promoted. We've got Courtois. I'm going to play Eric because I think that's a good play this week. Oh. Classic Sergio Gomez could be sneaky, but that derby, let's just stay away from it if we can. Who knows? Could be 0-0, could be 3 each. Somebody could win, somebody could lose. Tough one to call. Almeida on set pieces away to Las Palmas. Still got Anthony's coming out the backside here. But there was somebody else sneaky up here, I think, wasn't there? It was Sigankov, but we've used him. Pau Victor, Ansu Fati. If there's ever going to be a game week to use these guys, it's this one, but maybe use them for under 23 if you've got that. And yeah, I would just go back to Anthony again. And then fifth man. Do we take the risk on Isco again? Do we maybe play Pablo Fornals? In-season Sergio Gomez. I don't mind in-season Sergio Gomez. He's been on a wee bit of an uptick of form. Bilbao are playing Thursday night. I don't mind that. And again, we're just not then doubling into Isco. If we know Isco's going to play, then maybe we can swap that around. Let's look at the Real Madrid team again. So I've just seen Rodrigo's percentage there. Yeah, they fancy Rodrigo over Guler. So maybe we drop Sergio and play Rodrigo. Nothing else for them to play for. Captain Rodrigo there. Yeah, I like that. That's a better way of doing it. Love that. Joan Garcia's been flying. Yeah, I think, who do they have but Espanyol? Betis? Yeah, like, risk of conceding 3 probably isn't that high, but he's not getting a clean sheet. You know, Miguel could get a clean sheet, Courtois could get a clean sheet, Oblak could get a clean sheet. So that's kind of the bar I've had for those teams. JJ. A lot of people showed up, I think maybe for the Crypto Fight Week thing. That's not this stream. That's the next stream. It's an hour and a half away. But thanks for joining us. Fist bumps to you all. Make sure to hit the like button. Support the channel any way you can. It means a lot to us. No problem at all, JJ. My pleasure. Red or Dead. What were we after? You got your rare classic gold. That's what it was. You did on... got that injury discount in. In-season lineups, limited MLS, contender limited and rare. Oh yeah, I remember doing this before. Right, so limited MLS in-season. Limited MLS in-season. Oh, Cabral is away. Oh no, so I think, yeah, let's start with classic rare first of all. So that we can... No. What am I saying? Do I want to take these? I think I want to keep these rare keepers out the picture, but I don't think it's that much of a problem. We'll go Lloris for Team 1. In-season defence, yeah, we've not got mad depth here. But Hollingshead is on to play. Good game, goes with the keeper. Harry's guy Perea away to Austin. Da Costa away to the Quakes. Luna away to the world champions elect. Vancouver Whitecaps. Almiron. Up front. Jovic former club. And fifth man, very attacking this team, isn't it? So I want to go Muriel, but it's away. Anthony's away. Tolu's a defender. Joaquin Perea. Stephen Morea. Da Costa's away. Don't normally let that slow me down, but it is a deciding factor generally. Yeah, it's quite tough for you, actually. I think I will just go Muriel just for the reliability. Or is it reliability? In fact, away Chicago's super tough. I'm maybe underselling that a wee bit. Let's take Harry's guy, Perea. L5 of 61. Austin are not that great. Minnesota will fancy their chances. Could we go streaking with this instead? Maybe. But let's maybe try the second team for streaking. This is in D3. Can I get promoted? Can I get a streak going? We've got Cabral as the end season. We've got Tolu as well still, who's a high value defender, I think, isn't he? Yeah, Tolu. And then we've still got some other good guys in here, like Da Costa. Maybe we just take Luna, because he can deliver. Jason Russell-Rowe. Yeah. And who was the other mid we just said there? Sorry, Da Costa and Luna. Boom. Go streaking with this. I'm not sure there's a third team that's worth playing here in terms of the goalkeeper prioritisation, etc. So we'll come back to that. So Challenger in season was Challenger, wasn't it? Who's are we on again? Red or Dead? Contenders, limited and rare. So Contender, rare in season. Contender, rare in season. We've got Marcusson, we've got Brun, we've got Dituro. Oh, that's a nice game for Dituro. Ooh, Marcusson, Brun, Independiente. I like Dituro. This is in season, isn't it? So he's a classic. We're looking at Quintana. I don't mind breaking that up because I'll catch some people out if they don't get the clean sheet. Franco Ibarra. Douche Cop. Good game for him. And then extra man. Hanselik away to Wanizek. Let's go Malo. Double centre back that. Do you know, if we go Brun... Oh, he's not in season either, is he? No, he's not. I thought if we can go him and he's in season, but it doesn't actually make a difference. Yeah, let's go to Turo. Just going to go for the actual best guy. Yeah, I think this goes into limited in season contender now. We've got in season Marcusson, we've got Brun, we've got Ota. Let's go Brun top. I really like Penrice here out of your in season picks. Away to Ross County is a good spike game for him. He's got to be thinking about putting a good performance in towards the end of the season if he wants to get team of the season shouts and all that caper. Midfield in season at limited, but it's kind of tough to pick from. Not much guys there. Do we have Classic? I've got this guy at Classic at Hurricane, so let's take him. Boyle. Palacios. I'm probably taking him. Ronnie Valdo. Oh, Carl's back. Who are they playing? They're not likely to do well. Whoever's top. I don't recognise that badge. Is it Bran? Or is that Fredrikstad perhaps? It's not highlighting for me. Nisbet. Against St Mirren. That could be alright. Merentiel. I think I like him better than the other Boca guy. Enzo Capetti. I think that Merentiel. Oh no, Palacios is way outscoring him. Let's do that. And then fifth man needs to be in season. Let's go. Maybe just put the Quintana in for that high score he's going to bring. Actually quite torn here what to do. Who's the next best guy? I'm not convinced that is actually Rojo. I kind of want to take Boyle. I kind of want a striker. Dundee United will be tough, but Hibs will be tough, you know. And second one, we've got that Marcusson, don't we? So if we go Marcusson Rojo on this one, that kind of takes those two together. And then in midfield, yeah, still quite slim pickings, isn't it? Do we maybe stack it, take the Zenon with the Merentiel, who's still here somewhere, isn't he? And then go fifth man with just whoever the best guy is we've got left. Like Arriaga. Petoraman. Well, it is Querdos. Let's put him in. There we go. That works out really well. And then the third one. Let's go with... I think we want to keep the in-season keeper, so we'll go Ota. Good fixture for him anyway. We've got Quintana. Midfield, I think, is where we're going to need to go classic with Marcelino Moreno looking pretty good, by the way. Matias Savio, but is the pick there. And up front, we're after in-season. We've got Ronnie Valdo. We've got Nisbet. Copetti. Let's put Copetti in. And then the best of the rest has to be in season. We're looking at Sagiar, Suguya, whatever his name was. Malcora, Kaibaka, Kashibaka, Ibarra, Augustin Sanchez. Oh, defender card, another one. Yeah, let's go for it. Double defense, why not? Captain Savio. Contender, rare, limited, and then to MLS Classic, rare. MLS Classic, rare. Boom. Ooh, Fry. Yaimar. Brilliant. So glad that popped up there. I like Lucho, obviously. I'm kind of high on him after bringing him in this week, but that core there we've got, if we've got real firepower, yes we do. Buanga at home, Joseph at home, that might be the play. But Buanga definitely gets the spot. And then fifth man, oh, I do like Lucho, but Joseph at home is doing it, isn't he? He's not doing it that greatly, but he is doing it. It's that double decisive you're chasing with Joseph. And who are they playing again? Portland, second. Yeah, I don't know if they're double decisive against them. Away to San Diego, 6 versus 7. Dallas not favoured. Lucho's the main man. Just needs one decisive to do something. AA is kind of forever present there. Is the guy Musa was missing, was he not? Have they got their striker playing? No Dallas team in yet, so yeah, let's not think about that too much. What do we know? Who's going to be good? What do we know? Just in case there's anyone hiding. No. No hiders at the bottom. Run to the top again. Ayala looks like he's got the bones, but I'm not taking a midfielder away to San Jose for a team that looks this good. I want someone that's going to smash a decisive. I think Joseph is just the way to go. Double decisive, cross your fingers on it. And, really take your pick of captain. I probably wouldn't captain Joseph or the goalkeeper, but the rest of them are fine. We've got a D2 team. D2, let's go with Willis. I think Willis will outdo Brad. I think Tristan's the guy on form. Tolu's got the better fixture. Oh, well, Tristan's not. Just because they're played midweek is probably the main thing I was worried about there a moment. I like Lucho to go out and do well. Normally Muriel's quite an easy pick, but I don't think it's a good game. So I think Uri is who I'm looking at here. And then fifth man. Is Rusnak not playing? No projection for him. Let's check the RotoWire thing. Seattle. Rusnak is kind of in. This is the second team. Let's go with Rusnak, and if we get kind of word that that's not going to happen, we've got time to adjust. But I like that. Good defender, good keeper, lovely mid pair, and a striker that can just get the job done. I'm a Captain Lucho guy as well, as you guys will remember. And then our third team is like just get promoted and do something, isn't it? Do we take a bit more of a chance with this? And what I'm thinking is maybe going Jordi and Brooks, double fullback. Moranchuk midfield. I kind of think Muriel's the striker here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go get Brooks Lennon for man 5. And swing for the fences on this one. So we've got Contender Rare and Limited. We get MLS Rare and Limited. I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Good luck, Red or Dead. Aaron Phillips -1. What were we after, my man? Aaron Phillips -1. Could I get a team set up for Prem and Champ Limited? Prem and Champ Limited. Prem and Champ Limited. So let's go Prem. We've got Raya, we've got Emmy, we've got Becker. Ooh, you have to take Raya, don't you? But what Arsenal are we going to see at the weekend? Is the question we're all asking ourselves. Raya. KT. Ooh, KT's going to play. Oh, yeah, we might get him out. Oh, will he be good for cap mode? Oh, by the way, Tierney could be great. Oh, wow. Tierney could be great for cap mode. Zinchenko in midfield, I think, has got so much promise. And I think when Arsenal signed him, that's what they should have fucking done in the first place. Aren't playing him on left back. That's what he left City for. He wants to play in midfield. They're also rotating Odegaard here, and Martinelli. Raheem Sterling comes in. Eva Nielsen's suspension has been lifted, so he's in for the game. But yeah, I think Raya's the way to go. Emmy's, yeah, I think I'm still taking him top. I'm now. Konate away to Chelsea. Is a Barnier, Tsimikas and Trent. Nah, Tsimikas isn't starting over Robbo, is he? Who the hell's Liverpool? Am I blind? Where the hell is Liverpool? There. I was looking for a red badge. Yeah. Okay, well, it's Trent, isn't it? Ali Mack or Odegaard. Odegaard looks rotated. Ali Mack is in. Up front, Solanke, Luis Diaz, Gakpo. I think we keep this Liverpool. Luis Diaz, Gakpo. I think we go Gakpo on the nailed onness. That's an expression. And then fifth man, do we have a differential in our midst to kind of shake this out of being a Liverpool stack? Not really. Let's Solanke. Let's see how they do tonight. It's kind of like the non-Salah stack, isn't it? Trent's leaving English football. He'll want to be signing off in style. B team is in D3. Becker away to Chelsea. I like better. Yeah. I don't think Chelsea are that scary right now. Liverpool just won the league and stuff. Kanate can go in front of him with ease. Yeah. Odegaard, you're just praying he gets minutes now. Same with Saka. What do Arsenal even have going on in the league? They're fucking done, aren't they? They're not going to win it. But are they in danger of slipping? 67. So unlikely. So unlikely. Especially this game. This game's a 6-pointer. Potentially, because if Newcastle and City pick up... Yeah, Arsenal could quickly see themselves in a lot of bother with 4 games to go because they're playing Chelsea here. And then who do they play thereafter? They've also got the second leg this midweek. But then they have Liverpool and Newcastle. So if Arsenal's results go against them, by the way... Oh no, they're not... Oh no. I should be looking at Liverpool's fixtures, sorry. Not Arsenal's. No, I should be looking at Arsenal's because Arsenal might slip. Liverpool might not slip. Liverpool have won the league. So yeah, if you're playing Odegaard, maybe just put Saka in there and hope he gets minutes too. And then fifth man... Feels weird taking Zabarni or Solanke, so maybe just throw Tsimikas in here. Captain Allison or Saka. Saka off the bench. So yeah, I'm just going to delete that. I'll come back to it if we need to, because we've got Champ to build as well. Maybe we've got... Yeah, I think I'd rather have Becker in here, I think. Still play Kanate. We've got Big Ta. Yeah, let's just still go with Kanate. But we've got more midfielders. We've got Usugo. We've got Jakic. I think Jakic has got a good game here, but how does he actually score? Pretty meh. And Usugo. Yeah, he can do it. Oh, Jordan Sobashu. Fifth man Zabarni against Arsenal. Yeah, that could work out quite well. Emmy in team 2. Tat in defence. Jakic in midfield. Solanke up front. Tagliafico fifth man. And in the third one, because we've still got a goalkeeper, we've got Dennis Vazquez, Tsimikas, Odegaard, Saka, and just go with that life again that we're going to in the first place, but we'll go with Champ because we get the goalkeeper access. Darwin Núñez from the bench, Willian from the bench. I like Willian from the bench, it's just a wee bit of a hellraiser. God knows who to captain there. That's how I would roll with it, Aaron. Let me catch up with the chat. Lorraine March, thanks very much for the donation. Means a lot. Your boy Alex. The matches, so we'll be live on the channel at 5 o'clock. This is Sorare action we're into. All the fight fans that have joined us today. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for becoming a member. Craig H, we can just about add you on, buddy. You'll be the last one tonight. It's a wee bit harder to keep up with the chat, but I don't think I've missed anyone. If I have missed anyone, feel free to shout them out. If I've made an error or something you want to revisit, let me know, guys. XD Rai, let's see what we're up to. Bundesliga, do we have anything going on? Oh yeah, we do. We've got our goalkeepers. Nubel, good game. Rono, could be a good Rono game, couldn't it? Werder Bremen are not that. Yeah, I just don't fancy Union out. Yeah, that's what we did earlier. But Nubel. And then in season, Mittelstadt. Grifo against Leverkusen. Leimer is killing it now. He's been getting those decisives. He's always good at picking up a bit of AA. Great run of decisives for him. Is he nailed in? Former club. Feels like that could be a good one. Yeah, nailed in. As is Sani and Muller. Immediate home at Frankfurt could be good, but you get really tough midfield picks, by the way. Let's look at that Bundesliga table, because mines were like 4th for a minute there. It's obviously mad tight, but James Wakefield, think you missed me? Oh, did I, buddy? Sorry. Oh, there I see you. What do you think of my limited in-season Europe lineups for the ongoing game week with rolling locks? Ooh, that's a fun. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that to finish off the show. That's a fun one. Bit of a different one as well, because we have rolling locks. So yeah, I'll catch up with that, mate. Sorry to miss you out. But yeah, I think I'll go Amiri and Leimer, double mid. We don't have Kane. We'll go Sani. Boom. And yeah, don't know who to captain there. Tough one. And if we go to champ in season, we've got a D1 where let's go Flecken, man. Let's go for it. Then in season, we're probably looking at Stanisic. Was he on to play there? Yeah, Stanisic is there. Kim Min-jae as well. Stanisic and Kim Min-jae. Stanisic isn't too bad. I think I'm going to go for Kim. I think Kim could get a last man tackle against Leipzig. That's the sort of game I could see unfolding here. El Canus, are you going to start against Southampton? Because shop window time for you, pal. If you're going to stay in the Prem or make a good move, or not go into the Championship, you need to do it against Southampton. He's nailed on. So that's fun. We've got Grifo, we've got El Canus. Oh, we've got Bruno away to Brighton. How's El Canus been doing under Rude? He's not been that great. I think we need to take Bruno and Grifo. Tough games, home and away respectively. Freiburg in 4th. Yeah, I think that's the way we go. Bruno and Grifo. And we've got Lukaku up top. Oh yeah, Lukaku away to Lecce. Sign me up for that. Love this. I'm probably going Lukaku, so I'm hoping he gets a hat-trick. And then, is it champion season for the other big boys? With Rono in goals. Yeah, let's go for it with Stanisic. El Canus or Furyk. I think Furyk's just kind of hoping Leicester do something. Whereas Stuttgart will do something and you're just kind of hoping that Furyk is involved. So let's go Furyk. Jørgen Larsson is a classic, so we need to move this team into the classic division. He's also... Do we maybe just play this guy? He's in season. He's on a bit of form. Nothing to lose. This then turns this quite Bundesliga. So let's go into Bundesliga D2 with this idea of Rono. Oh no, so we've not got Jørgen Larsson then, do we? Oh no, we do, because we're keeping it in season by playing the Holstein Kiel guy. Fifth man Dyer. Or Chabot. Chabot's L5 has popped. Oh, that 80. Yeah, Chabot's been alright. Yeah, that could be a good game for Chabot. I prefer him over Dyer, certainly. Yeah, okay, let's go Chabot. So there we go, XT. I think that's the tail of the tape. I'd go with you. 2 Bundesligas. Oh, actually, this is a D2. You had two D1s here. Yeah, let's restart that for a second, sorry. Let's go into just D1. Nubel, D1. Mittelstadt, D1. No two ways about it. Midfield, oh yeah, it was quite tough, wasn't it? And we've settled on, I think, Limer and Amiri in Team 1. I'm tempted to go Limer here just because of the ex-club factor and his recent form. But Amiri's at home. 8-8 is nailed. It's just that decisive. Which Frankfurt will give him chances. Limer against Leipzig just feels like a tap in. Let's go. I'm backing my hunch. And then Lukaku. Let's go sideways. Yes, let's go Amiri, Lukaku, and then fifth man. We can afford to take anyone but Sané, really. That Kane injury's put a wee bit of pressure on. So let's go with yeah, Grifo at home. Same as Amiri, they're kind of both in the same boat. Both at home against good teams. Yeah. And then we hope for Lukaku to get a hat-trick. Mittelstadt's a great captain as well. Any of them could be captainable, to be honest with you. And then we've got another D1 where we can go... I'm going Flecken over Rono. We can go Flecken. We can go Stanisic. Or Kim. No. We want Kim's last man tackle. So we go Kim. We go Limer. We go Sané. And then fifth man... Bruno or El Canus. Or Furyk. I'm going Bruno. I'm a Captain Sané guy. And then we go to Bundesliga for the last team. So we've got Rono, Stanisic, and Chabot. We've got Furyk. We've got that guy. And yeah, let's go Chabot. Awesome. That's the way to do it. Let's go Furyk. Just for Rono. Let's captain Rono. Rono's the boss. There we go. That's the way to do those teams. Yeah. Oh, James Wakefield, you just picked up your season ticket in this chat. Thanks very much, mate. I do appreciate it. Thanks for picking up your season ticket for the 24-25 season with that little Van de Voort emoji. So it's good to see he's back in the club and well represented in the chat as well. Love that. For such a small gallery, XD Rai, sometimes you've got the biggest head scratchers for me. Andreas, where are we? MLS teams in rare or limited. Yeah, let's do it. I'm trying to do both. Depends what teams we're talking about. Is it all classic or in season? I'll try and do both for in season because I think that's the main thing folk care about. Where the hell is MLS? Am I tripping? MLS in season at rare. Ooh, nice. 3 in season keepers. None of them are that great looking this week. I'm going Sean John at home to Revs. Feels like the better one of the lot. Urigidi, by the way, so glad he's got MLS cards. They're not cheap though at the moment. I'll wait for that to come down, but he's been killing it. Miles Robinson will do really well against New York City, I think. But yeah, I think, yeah, I'm going to take Miles. In midfield, ooh. I'm maybe taking, I'm going to Costa for midfield. With Moreno up front. And maybe pair all that together with the Anthony. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good A team. So we'll get D2 for this. Pantomis. I'm going to go Brad because I think Brad's maybe get the better chance of not conceding 3. Urigidi will be my defender now. Almiron and Brad can hold hands, that's fine. Rossi at home. And then the Cincy guys away to New York. I think, yeah, Orellano, is it, he get 88? Yeah, he does have. I think I'd take Orellano. And then fifth man, Maybe just pair him with a Denki. Yeah. Very attacking team here. I like that. I'm probably captain Orlano. And then third team, we've got Pantimus in goals. We've got the best Portland defender to pair with him. And that's what we'll do. We've got Ayala, which is fine. Felipe Mora, Diego Rossi. I think Felipe Mora's got a better chance of scoring. Diego Rossi's playing a tough team, tough goalkeeper. Although I do think he'll do better than Forsberg, who's our other option that's now remaining for the fifth man. And he's going to score better than Shara and all these guys, I think. So ultimately, they both end up in the team anyway. Let's have a little look at limited makes. That rare one came together quite easily, quite quickly. MLS in season. What do we have at limited? So it's kind of the same thing again, isn't it? But we've got Stuver rather than Sean John. But yeah, let's go Stuver. Byro. Tverskov at home is kind of unpickable or non-pickable. Same with the forward line of Dreyer and Lozano. I think that's the way to run that. And in the second team, I'm looking at Willis again over Brad. Tristan Blackman walks into the team, I think. I'm going CR7. Jesus walks. Paslic has got a tough game. I'd probably rather take Ayala, yeah, just for that big AA boost. Because we're really hoping Ferreira does something. And then just to play both sides of the coin, because Sawa get dropped randomly, so let's just stay away from that until it's cleared up. There's no Waterman, so we're looking at quite a low standard of defender remaining. Yeah, Rich is not going to play. So I think we just take the best rated guy. We've got Pasalic, who's fine, just the fixture's not that exciting, is it? Max Arfison and Anthony, double forward. I think that's the way I would run the in-seasons. Craig H. In-season and classic limited contenders. Awesome. Limited contender in-season. So Gill's got a good game. I'm looking at Sinisalo's, although it's not. It's a derby, so the likelihood of the clean sheet's quite slim. Mitov could be sneaky good. Craig Gordon, we've already picked in the stream today. If they play Liam Kelly, God help them. Hold the phone. Schwaba is at home to Jan Regensburg. So he picks himself for Team 1 and Team 2. Oh, lots of Celtic defence at the top here. You've also got Tavernier. Yeah. So I'm going to go with the Celtic team with Schwabe first, and then we'll do a Schwabe team that maybe has Tavernier in defence. But CCV, I think, is the top man here. Oh, yeah. We could go... I think we want Shaqiri as the classic mid, regardless. And then we've got Lavia. Yeah, I just think, all things aside, Maeda's one of the best strikers in the region right now. And then, yeah, Wanizek to finish it. Yeah, I actually quite like that as a kind of no-nonsense approach. If it is really no-nonsense, but we would maybe take Tavernier over CCV because he's way peakier. He's definitely going to play, takes penalties and free kicks and shit, so he's just so close to always being that guy. This is a combination as well that's just not going to be on the leaderboard at limited. My captain Shackman. Second one is in D1. We'll go with Schwabe, and we'll maybe stack a little bit. Or maybe we don't need to. We'll get Sinisalo for that if we want to. Hwang Jae-won is a great form, 11 versus 10th, but yeah, Chao Marcello, let's maybe go with him with the second Schwabe. I like Lennon Miller maybe better than some of the Glasgow Derby players here. No Barco. Rakitic is doing alright, isn't he? How's the Croatian league sitting? I know Zagreb, I think I know that Zagreb are out the running, But how are the other two teams sitting? Where the hell is Croatia? I never find it on this side tab and I end up having to look for it the long way. Oh, there it's there. HNL. So Hajduk at home to Zagreb. Does Hajduk winning? Oh, this is... Oh, no. Zagreb are not out of it. Fuck me, by the way. What a... It's got to be a game from Rakitic, doesn't it? But again, it's similar to the Glasgow Derby here where so much involved. Bidstrup is top here on the form, but against Austria Vienna... Oh, is he just in cruise control mode, maybe? Let's look at the Austrian table quickly. Don't think there's any chance of the order changing much, is it? Oh, no, take that back. Wow. Very tough games in midfield, by the way. Bidstrup, Rakitic, all your guys in Glasgow. See, I do quite like Lennon Miller. It's a game where he takes the set pieces, he will play. I'm going to go Lennon Miller here. Just for that. It's a little bit of differential play as well. And then Berardi, I want to take... Ugalde is on his... Is Ugalde's on his start? I know Barco been out the team's a bit of a kick in the balls, but Ugalde's still pretty awesome. Away to Fackel as well. Yeah. Ugalde. Or another Dyson. I see, I've got no shame. I think Dyson's just multi-decisive capable. Well, let's go with Ugalde, because it's the Russia thing. He's the classic as well. Makes it feel appropriate. And then let's put AJ into this team. And then the last one, I think we go a bit of Celtic with it. But with the goalkeeper change, we'll get Gill, high XP CCV, high XP Engels, Dyson and Kuhn. Take your pick of captains there. And then Craig, what was the other one? Classic contender. So all these split-offs we'll still need. So we've got a D1 where Sinisalo at 13% is a good shout. We've still got an AJ. Still got an Tavernier as well. So we'll maybe, if you've got some Rangers guys, we'll roll them together in a team in a second. We've still got Engels. And best forward, really. Don't know about the situation of Berardi. So I'm kind of looking at Lavia. Big game. He's surely going to score, I think, isn't he? We've kind of used the Celtic strikers up elsewhere. And then do we maybe play Bidstrup? Or Rakitic? I'm probably going to go with the McGregor, because I think he's on for his best season reasons as well on top of that. So then going to D2, and we'll probably try and put those Rangers guys into a team alongside maybe Craig Gordon or Mitov. Let's go with Gordon. And then you've got that other Tavernier, you've got a Raskin, you've got a Cherny, and then your fifth man onto this one. Do you play another Rangers player, or do you take a fifth man? Yeah, I think you put Diamandi on that. And then the last team, maybe take the Mitov just to spread the goalkeeper around a little bit. I think Scales is a good shout at this point. Alongside Tate. The striker now really gets... Yeah, I think I'm taking Ida. And then I'm looking at Berardi, Rakitic, Vickers. Yeah, let's go double centre back. Captain Tate. Really nice teams. Right, James Wakefield has got a conundrum. He's got rolling locks for in-season Europe lineups. So that's classic. We don't want to see that. This looks like in-season. What one is it? Is it this one with the Kvaratskhelia? I think you're okay with that. What game is it? It's the dodgy one for you, or you've got the Barca guys flying? Are you looking to maybe? What's the conundrum? You need to kind of spell out to make it it's not completely obvious. I'll give you a wee second. James Wakefield, spell out for me a little bit more. What team is it we're looking at? Who's the goalkeeper? And what's the options? Oh, yeah. I hope you're still here, buddy. I'll give it a couple of minutes. We've got a fight starting in 45. So I'll give you every minute I can. I think my best chance is the two Barca ones. So the three best to have around those two. And you're willing to destroy other teams, I take it? I've totally lost my marbles with where they're at now. Were they limited or I thought they were rare? Am I losing my mind here? Where the hell are they? Rafinha and Pedri. Oh, they're limited. Yeah. So, see, unless we know that these guys are out, I still think they're fine. Onana is obviously Onana. But other limited goalkeeper, I don't think I want the Bilbao guy necessarily. The Betis guy is going to be in for a tough shift. Obviously, Fraser Foster's not playing. Yeah. Isco and Fernandez. Anthony. You can't play Anthony. Oh, no, you could. I think that's maybe the only... I don't know, man. Isco and Anthony are both... And Bruno... Yeah, mate, really, like, I don't think you're really splitting hairs unless, but, like, they all kick off at 8 o'clock. So, like, yeah, be prepared to maybe throw Reece James out or something, but, nah, man, I don't think there's any, like, Bruno away, like, he's going to be involved in tackles and shit like that. It's a decisive capability. I suppose Betis are at home, right? But Betis, see for how attacking they are, they're not like that super attacking. They're actually quite stodgy to watch outside of the playmakers they've got. If we look at maybe like this game against Barca. Yeah. Like if it's this kind of match, I know it's a bit of a rotated team there, so maybe let's find the derby. There we go. Anthony's AA is just ridiculous, man. Isco's just too reliable because he's like the main guy. But yeah, I don't know if I would be able to... I don't know if it was me, James, if I'd be able to pull the plug on... Because this is just Betis. You've already got Kvaradona in the bag. So if Betis do well, that team's going to be tickety-boo. Kvaratskhelia got 74. Yeah, both these guys have outscored him. The captain pick has been nailed with an 82 score. Reece James is my main worry maybe there, just because Chelsea are so flaky with who they're playing. So I think, yeah, Reece James is the main one, but I wouldn't destroy this team. I'd probably destroy this one. So yeah, if Reece James is a problem, I'd put Vivian in. Then you get Vivian versus Bruno. I'd probably freak shout. You could put one of the Williams brothers in that situation as well. I think Athletic Club batter United. I could see it, mate. I could see it. But I'm not too sure a clean sheet happens. Like, they could win like 2-1 or something. Athletic Club are, and I've said this once or twice, and normally it backfires, right? But similar to Betis, they're not like going to beat teams 4 and 5s. You know, they're at home. They're hosting the final as well, Athletic Club, so they've got extra super motivation to get past Man United. Imagine a club like Bilbao winning their first, I don't know if it would be their first in fact, but winning a European Cup at home. So yeah, they'll be right up for it. But yeah, mate, I'm not too sure this is worth dismantling, and I don't see, unless there's other players that you haven't picked for the game week at all that I can't see that you get access to that make it much better. But tonight there's only so many games on anyway, so I can't imagine you having much room for manoeuvre. But yeah, no, I think they're just set up, mate. I think you're just crossing your fingers now. And if a team is fucked, you know you can bin it and just swap some guys around. Maybe you lose Cavaradonna. Maybe you'll actually lose Pedri and Rafinha. Maybe the Betis team is like hit by the flu or something. I don't know. But no problem, guys. No problem. And yeah, if you guys are here for the fight watch along, that'll be kicking off in like half an hour, 40 minutes. Here on the channel, but it's a separate stream for it. You'll find it no problem at all. This has been the Sorare lineup builder for the weekend for all the channel members that have got their season tickets into the member section of the channel here. And so thanks to everyone that's got stuck in, got involved with that. It's been a fun 2 and a bit hours. We had a wee bit of fun as well, because I'm building a team for the arena for the members. If you missed it, go all the way back to the beginning of the stream, and it'll be a nice little clip for you there to watch what I've got available and what I'm thinking about, and the giveaway, how we'll try and do it for you guys as well, of course. If you haven't done so already, hit like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I will be back for the Fight Companion for Crypto Fight Week at 5 o'clock UK time, which is in 40 minutes from now. Stay out of trouble, and I'll see you there.